Guys, there is a trend on Etsy we absolutely need to talk about and do a full tutorial on, because this is a trend that has been around for the past year on Etsy, but it's just trending in such a new way that I wanted to go over in full in this video today and show a tutorial on how to be different in this trend and be unique and create really nice designs with the use and inspiration of this trend. So we're gonna get straight into this video. If you are new here, hi, hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Heather. I have done multiple six figures on Etsy, and yes, I have done multiple six figures of profit, not just revenue. And on this channel, I share on how to design. I do full tutorials A to Z with print on demand. If you have not heard of print on demand before, it is a business model where you connect a print on demand company, and when a order comes through, they will print, pack, and ship that item and close out the order for you, whether you're on Etsy, Shopify, or any other type of platform that they connect to. My print on demand company that I recommend on this channel is Printify. The reason why I recommend them is because I have had the best experience as far as maintaining over a 4.8 star rating on Etsy. Given I know some people in the comment section might be like, but that's not 5-star. Totally understand that, but 4.8 or higher is generally really good for an Etsy business and shop. And Etsy does operate on reviews and consistently good reviews. So by partnering with a company that you can trust in consistent quality and shipping, quick turnover, as far as production times with Printify have been under 2 business days, depending on the print on demand provider you use. My personal preference is and has been in apparel, Monster Digital, which has a average production time of 1 day, literally 1 day. Okay, maybe that's a little bit rounded down, sometimes up to 2 days, but that's really quick. And the faster that customers get product, typically that aligns with having higher ratings and reviews, which allows us to scale our business as we get more reviews, right? So again, can't recommend them enough. You'll see a link and a code down below if you want to sign up with them. Now, to get into this video, today I am going to be using Printify and Kittl to show you the tutorials on the screen while going over this trend. The trend that we are talking about today is the stripe trend on Etsy. Now, a lot of you might be like, okay, I heard enough. I am going to go, and that was enough for this video. Now, I want you all to pause and watch this video in full, because not just for the YouTube algorithm's sake, but also for learning how to find trends, use trends, and create an entirely new trend, or perhaps your own version of that trend that separates your shop from the pool and ocean of other shops that are doing the exact same thing in making stripe designs in just different colors on Etsy right now. I know you have seen it, I have seen it as well, and that's why today we're gonna be unique and different than the rest, which is something I like to say on this channel. So without further ado, let's go and talk about this trend, look at the research that is pointing in the direction of this trend we are headed, and why I personally don't see this or foresee this trend really leaving Etsy anytime soon. Also to note, if you feel like you're late to doing stripes as design, graphics, or anything, just know you are not late. I have done these trend videos for so long, and sometimes I talk about a trend when it has been here for a year. And with that, I have had sellers who watch these videos and come back to these videos to comment and tell me, I went into a trend I thought I was too late to, and I ended up getting sales. So you were never too late. And in fact, the designs and listings I'm going to show on the screen right now that I researched prior to this video have been hitting over 100 sales in under 8 months of listing on Etsy. So again, you are not too late to a trend. And in fact, what I have found is the people who are late to a trend is typically the people who might hear about a trend and say, I'm not going to jump into that trend. And then a year later, they see so many people had success, they jump into the trend. Hint, hint, don't be that person. Jump into it today, design with me on the screen, and we're gonna get straight into it, guys. So I am going to get my laptop out here, and we are going to get straight into designing for this trend. But first, I feel like if anyone watches Big Brother, I used to watch Big Brother. I haven't watched the most recent seasons, but I love Julie Chen when she says, but first. And I have that quote stuck in my head. Type down below if you've made it to this point and you're not skipping around the video that you watch this, but first, and I'm gonna heart as many of your comments as possible. So what I wanna go over first is the types of designs I've seen on Etsy, color palettes, and trends that are signaling that this trend is not going away anytime soon, and we're actually seeing it evolve. And for those watching, I want you to be on the evolution of this trend. So with the current trends that I'm seeing, pastel colors are a big one. Bright colors, again, we're seeing on Etsy. We're seeing kind of the soft color palettes and soft color stripes coming through. We're also seeing watercolor stripes and hand-drawn designs or icons overlaid on top of these watercolor stripes, or even just regular stripes. So with that knowledge base of some of the signals we are seeing on just Etsy in total, what we can do is we can trend combine. So essentially what you see on the screen that I'm going to show of a diagram that I created to kind of illustrate this concept is combining two trends and not just one. So instead of just doing what everyone else is doing on Etsy, why not take the trends we're seeing market demand for, and some of that market demand is simply personalization with stripes. However, instead of just putting stripes, vertical stripes on a, I don't know, iPad case or Kindle case, let's say, that I personally would go into if I were going into tech accessories right now, I would instead make a unique variation of stripes in a unique color palette, which can easily be done with the use of AI. So we're gonna hop onto Kittl and we're gonna create a Kindle cover together. So going on Printify, when I'm on Printify, the dimensions for the Kindle case are the 1,650 to 2,200 and something. I'll put this here and we will just go over. I always try to remember the design dimensions and it never works. So anyways, so now that we have the design set up, what we are going to do is, with the knowledge base of, okay, so we have the design parameters and inspiration. What I'm going to do with that is I have personally seen, and I know I've talked about this in other videos, which is the coastal trend we're seeing on Etsy, which is coastal icons. We're seeing Red Lobster types of icons. And also, I don't know why I said Red Lobster, like I'm not sponsored by Red Lobster, but Red Lobster, if you're watching, I love your biscuits. Anyways, side tangent. So with the coastal trend, what I like to take from different trends that I see across the internet is either color palettes, maybe patterns that I see in those design trends. So one design trend I see is, again, the red hand-drawn vintage types of nautical icons, which include red lobsters, but in the case of putting lobsters in the design, and also nautical icons, lighthouses, and other different themed items in that area, we can create a design and a prompt that I'm going to put into Kittl here, which is essentially to create a design that is going to be with the coastal elements and icons essentially. And I'm just going to put vintage drawn coastal nautical icons because I don't know, I'm not, I guess, as creative with my prompts. I will say, I will be the first one to say it, I'm not like a magical prompter. So I'm also going to harness the inspiration of watercolor in this prompt. So I'm also going to add watercolor to the prompt. We're going to add watercolor, and I just saw a few of my first prompt results come through, and they are horizontal stripes or diagonal, and that was not what I was thinking. This is the part of AI where you kind of learn as you go, is if you're not specific enough to your AI prompts. Again, I'm a bad prompter. I'll be the first one to admit that. You want to get a little bit more specific, right? I'm not as bad of a prompter as I say I am. I actually have been prompting for quite some time, and sometimes in these videos, I just kind of right off the cuff, and then I will fix and alter my prompts later on. So I have a guide down below that's completely free, and they're copy and paste prompts to edit as you can for a AI generation. So highly recommend that down below if you are interested in that as well, completely free. But for this, I'm gonna put watercolor. We'll do coastal colors. I'm also going to do a variation prompt, and instead I think I'm going to add in a pink type of design, because I think doing pink and doing daisies would be kind of cute, and pastel colors, if we think like, I'm thinking more like almost primary colors, but not. So like pink, blue, yellow, I'm gonna try to tap into. And essentially that is what we're gonna do for this example. So with that, I am in Kindle cases in specific. What's really nice is by going into a specific product type, such as Kindle cases, we're tapping into the book lover niche already. And typically for SEO and keyword purposes, I'll add in more of the micro niched book lover areas, such as romance novel lovers and horror novel lovers and vacation Kindle case, so that we're tapping into those keywords as well. But all in all, I am going to do my variations. Now, I do want to talk about design variations for a moment and why I do so many. So typically I like to do 10 to 20 variations of a design when I'm using AI. So in this video, I'm only really doing 2 or 3 variations that I take to Printify that I found were the best. But I have an example on the screen of how I would scale this design and this type of prompting with AI. So 1 is changing the icons, 2 is changing the color palette. So I would do different icons and a different color palette. So like what I was saying earlier is doing a pastel yellow, pastel blue, pastel pink. Pastels are really in right now, and then also bright colors are in, so we can change it up. And instead of doing watercolor, we could do wavy stripes, we could do diagonal stripes if we did want. Given I wasn't really liking the feel of that, but I did get a horizontal wavy stripe with the daisies that I thought was very beautiful, that I would take as a second design to go into Kindle cases, because you really don't know what's going to sell as far as designs go at times, because it really is up to the customer and the market at the end of the day. So typically I like to do a few different design variations. The ones that I typically wouldn't buy usually sell, which I always find interesting. And that's why I recommend to just publish the different design variations, even if you don't think that someone would buy it. At least there's not a huge AI issue, such as maybe our lobster coming out not looking like a lobster. So you just want to be careful about that, and that's just something to know. So from our designs, I really like this lobster one. That's the watercolor. I'm editing the colors just a little bit, but I'm gonna upscale this and now take it to Printify. Now, after filming this video, Kittl AI released a new feature called Agentic AI. Instead of going and creating your own prompts, what Agentic AI does is from one simple prompt alone, it can create prompts for your image generation for you. And then also it will select the orientation and the AI image model. Now, as you can see, I'm going to create 4 watercolor stripe designs. The images generated have a prompt already selected and the image generation model created. That is all by Agentic AI, which is really neat and a cool feature. Again, something I highly recommend trying out. You can see the link down below. I do have a code for a discount. Let's get back to regular programming of this video. Now, as far as after taking it to Printify, what I like to do is I like to right click and copy the Printify mockup with the white background. I take that over to Kittl again and I'll create mockups from that with the Nano Banana 4K. Now, pro tip with this is you can also create video mockups. And I'll show this on the screen as well, the end result of one of them I had. I will say that typically I usually do a few different video mockups until I get one that I really like, but you can change camera perspectives and movement. You can have a hand opening the Kindle case, let's say, or just showing the Kindle case on display. And I honestly am just blown away with Nano Banana 4K and how well it does with hands. Sometimes it does have problems. One of my mock-up images that came out, there was like a hand like this. Like I don't even know how to, like, it was like holding like I I don't even know. But anyways, so I ended up finding 2 mockups that I really loved that I took over, and Printify, I was actually pretty shocked because their SEO came out really nice for this, that I published from there. And this is my final listing on a nautical themed and coastal themed stripe design trend. Now, I did do this also with a pastel yellow and like starfish as well. So I had a really fun time just doing this tutorial. If you want to see more tutorials like this, I have a playlist here, and then I'm also going to recommend this video next for another tutorial on this channel in the tech accessory realm. This is where I have sold multiple 5 figures, and I actually made a video on that as well. If you'd like to check that out on my channel, don't forget to subscribe, comment red lobsters ... down below if you made it to the end, and I will see you all in the next video here.